Hey Scorpio, I just sat down with my tarot deck and the energy coming through for you right now is absolutely incredible. I needed to share this reading with you because what I'm seeing is genuinely remarkable. The universe is basically saying that you're about to experience something extraordinary. And I mean like genuinely life-changing extraordinary. Let me pull these cards and walk you through what's showing up. So I'm shuffling here and the first card that jumps out is the King of Cups. This card is showing me that you've been through some deep emotional waters lately. You know what I'm talking about. Those moments where you questioned everything, where you felt like maybe you were carrying too much on your shoulders. But here's what's fascinating about this card in your reading. The King of Cups isn't just about emotional depth, it's about emotional mastery. You've learned how to navigate your feelings in a way that most people never achieve. Think about it like this. You've been in situations where others would have crumbled, where they would have let their emotions control them, but you didn't. You found this incredible balance between feeling everything deeply, which is such a Scorpio trait, and still maintaining your composure and your power. What I'm seeing here is that this emotional intelligence you've developed is about to become your greatest asset. The universe is showing me that there's a situation coming where someone is going to try to manipulate circumstances around you. They're going to try to use emotional tactics, maybe guilt, maybe drama. Maybe they'll try to make you feel like you owe them something. But here's the beautiful part. You're going to see right through it. That King of Cups energy means you can read emotional undercurrents like reading a book. You'll know exactly what's happening, and you'll handle it with such grace that it's going to leave people absolutely stunned. I'm talking about the kind of composure that makes others realize they can't play games with you anymore. The really powerful thing about this King of Cups showing up first is that it's telling me your emotional journey hasn't been wasted. Every tear you cried, every night you stayed up wondering if you made the right choice, every moment of doubt, it was all building toward this mastery. You're not the same person you were even 6 months ago. You've transformed in ways that are going to become very apparent very soon. Now let me pull the next card and wow. Okay, this is the Queen of Pentacles. This is where things get really exciting because we're moving from emotional mastery into material manifestation. The Queen of Pentacles is literally the card of abundance and prosperity. She's the queen who knows how to create wealth and stability in the physical world. And she's showing up right after the King of Cups, which tells me something very specific. Your emotional growth is directly going to lead to financial growth. Let me explain what I'm seeing here. The Queen of Pentacles is sitting on her throne surrounded by abundance, and she's completely comfortable with it. She doesn't apologize for her wealth. She doesn't feel guilty about her success. She knows she earned it through hard work and smart decisions. This is the energy that's coming into your life. I'm seeing opportunities related to money that are going to present themselves in unexpected ways. Maybe it's a business idea that suddenly clicks. Maybe it's an investment opportunity. Maybe it's a promotion or a completely new career path that opens up. Whatever form it takes, the Queen of Pentacles is telling me that you're about to step into a level of financial security that you've been working toward for a long time. But here's what makes this card even more powerful in your reading. The Queen of Pentacles isn't just about making money. She's about building something sustainable. She's about creating a foundation that lasts. So whatever abundance is coming your way, it's not going to be a flash in the pan. This isn't like winning the lottery and then losing it all. This is about building real wealth, real security, real stability. And the timing of this card tells me it's connected to the emotional work you've been doing. When you clear out emotional baggage, when you stop letting fear or doubt control your decisions, that's when the universe can bring in material abundance. I'm also seeing that this Queen of Pentacles energy is going to help you be more generous. Not in a way where people take advantage of you, but in a way where you can help others from a place of genuine abundance. You'll be able to support people you care about, invest in causes that matter to you, create opportunities for others. That's the real power of the Queen of Pentacles. She doesn't hoard her wealth. She circulates it wisely. Let me draw another card because the energy here is building. Oh, this is interesting. The Ten of Swords. Now, I know this card can look scary when people see it in readings, but stay with me because in your spread, this card is actually incredibly positive. The Ten of Swords represents an ending, a complete and total ending. It's the card that says something is finished, done, over. And in the context of everything else showing up for you, this is fantastic news. What I'm seeing is that there's been a cycle in your life that has been painful. Maybe it's a pattern of attracting the wrong people. Maybe it's a situation where you kept giving chances to someone who didn't deserve them. Maybe it's a job or a living situation that has been draining your energy. Whatever it is, the Ten of Swords is telling me that this cycle is completely finished. Like, not just finished, but so completely over that there's no chance of it coming back. The Ten of Swords is the card of rock bottom, but it's also the card that comes right before dawn. When you hit absolute bottom, the only direction left is up. Here's what's powerful about this card showing up in your reading right now. It's confirmation that you've already been through the worst of it. Those dark nights of the soul, those moments where you felt completely defeated, those times when you wondered if things would ever get better, that's all behind you now. The Ten of Swords is the final death of that old cycle. And with the King of Cups and Queen of Pentacles showing up, I can see that you're rising from this ending stronger, wiser, and ready to claim the abundance that's waiting for you. I also want to mention something about the Ten of Swords that a lot of people miss. This card often shows up when someone has been betrayed or backstabbed. If that resonates with you, if there's been someone in your life who hurt you deeply, who maybe deceived you or took advantage of your trust, the Ten of Swords is telling me that this situation is completely resolved on an energetic level. You don't need closure from them. You don't need an apology. You don't need them to understand what they did. The universe is handling it. Your job is to keep moving forward. The next card coming through is the Sunday. Can I just say that when the Sun shows up in a reading after the Ten of Swords, it's one of the most hopeful combinations you can get. The Sun is literally the card of joy, success, vitality, and clarity. Everything that was hidden is about to be revealed. Everything that was confusing is about to make sense. Everything that felt difficult is about to become easier. The Sun is shining on your path and illuminating exactly where you need to go. What I love about the Sun in your reading is that it represents authentic happiness. Not the kind of happiness that comes from external validation or from trying to prove something to someone else, but the deep inner joy that comes from being aligned with your truth. You're about to enter a phase where you feel genuinely good about your life, where you wake up in the morning and feel grateful for what you have and excited about what's coming, where you're not constantly worried or anxious or wondering if the other shoe is going to drop. The Sun is also telling me about visibility. Your light is about to shine in a way that attracts positive attention. This could manifest in so many ways. Maybe you're going to be recognized for your talents or your work. Maybe you're going to meet people who see your value and want to support you. Maybe you're going to step into a leadership role where your natural gifts can really shine. Whatever form this takes, the Sun is saying that you're done hiding. You're done playing small. You're done dimming your light to make others comfortable. Your time to shine has arrived and nothing is going to stop it. I'm also seeing with the Sun that there's going to be a moment of clarity about your purpose. Like suddenly everything makes sense. All the struggles, all the lessons, all the pain, you're going to see how it was all leading you to this exact moment. And that understanding is going to fill you with this incredible sense of peace and certainty about your path forward. Let me pull the next card and we have the Wheel of Fortune. This is absolutely perfect because the Wheel of Fortune is the card of destiny, of fate, of divine timing. It's the card that says the universe has a plan, and that plan is unfolding exactly as it should. The wheel is turning in your favor right now. After a period where it might have felt like everything was going wrong, where luck seemed to be against you, the wheel has turned and fortune is smiling on you. The Wheel of Fortune is also about cycles and understanding that life has natural ups and downs. But here's what's important about this card in your reading. You're at the beginning of an upward cycle. Things are about to get progressively better. Each month is going to bring new blessings, new opportunities, new reasons to celebrate. And because you've done the inner work, because you've learned the lessons from the challenging times, you're going to be able to sustain this positive momentum. What I'm also seeing with the Wheel of Fortune is that there's an element of karma at play here. If there's been someone who wronged you, who treated you unfairly, who tried to block your success, the Wheel of Fortune is telling me that karma is handling that situation. You don't need to seek revenge, you don't need to prove anything. The wheel turns for everyone, and those who act with bad intentions are going to face the consequences of their actions. Meanwhile, you're being lifted up because of the integrity and grace you've shown even in difficult circumstances. The Wheel of Fortune is also encouraging you to take inspired action when opportunities present themselves. When that door opens, when that chance appears, don't hesitate. Don't second-guess yourself. Trust that the wheel is turning in your favor and move forward with confidence. The universe is supporting you right now in ways you can't even fully see yet. The next card I'm drawing is the Fool. Now, this might seem contradictory at first, but the Fool in this position is absolutely beautiful. The Fool represents new beginnings, fresh starts, and the courage to step into the unknown. After everything you've been through, after all that transformation and growth, you're being given a chance to start fresh, to create something completely new, to walk a path you've never walked before. What I love about the Fool is that this card represents pure potential. You're standing at the edge of a cliff and the universe is saying, "Jump, we've got you." This is about taking a leap of faith. Maybe it's starting that business you've been dreaming about. Maybe it's moving to a new city. Maybe it's pursuing a relationship that feels right even if it doesn't make logical sense on paper. Maybe it's completely changing your career direction. Whatever it is, the Fool is telling you that now is the time to be brave. But here's what makes the Fool different from just being reckless. The Fool has faith. The Fool trusts in divine guidance. The Fool knows that even if the path isn't clear, even if you can't see the whole staircase, you can trust that each step will appear when you need it. And with all the other cards in your reading, with that King of Cups emotional wisdom and that Queen of Pentacles practical grounding, you're not going to make foolish decisions. You're going to make brave decisions from a place of inner knowing. The Fool is also about innocence and openness. You're being encouraged to approach life with fresh eyes, to let go of cynicism, to believe in possibilities again. Yes, you've been hurt. Yes, you've seen the darker side of people and situations. But don't let that close your heart or make you bitter. The Fool is reminding you that every day is a new chance to create the life you want. Every moment is an opportunity to choose differently. Now, the next card coming through is Three of Wands, and this is all about expansion and looking toward the horizon. Three of Wands shows a figure standing on a cliff looking out at ships coming in. Those ships represent your investments coming back to you, your efforts paying off, your plans coming to fruition. Everything you've been working on, everything you've been building, it's about to pay off in a big way. The Three of Wands is telling me that you've laid good foundations. You've made smart choices even when they were difficult. You've invested your time and energy wisely, and now you're going to start seeing the returns on those investments. This could be literal financial returns if you've invested money somewhere, but it's also about emotional and spiritual investments. The time you spent healing, the work you did on yourself, the boundaries you set, the toxic people you removed from your life, all of that is about to show its value. What I'm also seeing with the Three of Wands is international or long-distance connections. There might be opportunities coming from unexpected places. Maybe someone from your past reaches out with a proposition. Maybe you connect with someone online who becomes important to your journey. Maybe you travel somewhere that changes your perspective. The Three of Wands is about expanding beyond your current limitations and seeing what else is possible. This card is also encouraging you to think bigger. Don't limit yourself based on what you've experienced so far. Don't assume that what you've seen is all there is. The Three of Wands is saying that there's so much more available to you than you currently realize. Your vision for your life can expand. Your goals can be bigger. Your dreams can be bolder. The universe is ready to support you in creating something truly extraordinary. Let me pull another card and we have the Emperor. This is such a powerful card because the Emperor represents structure, authority, and personal power. The Emperor sits on his throne with absolute confidence. He knows who he is. He knows what he's capable of, and he doesn't apologize for taking up space. This energy is coming into your life right now. The Emperor is telling me that you're stepping into your power in a way you never have before. You're going to find yourself being more decisive, more clear about what you want and what you don't want, more willing to set boundaries and enforce them. The Emperor doesn't waste time with people who don't respect him. He doesn't tolerate drama or manipulation. He creates structure and order in his domain and expects others to respect that. What I'm seeing with the Emperor is that you might find yourself in a position of authority or leadership. This could be in your career where you're given more responsibility or promoted to a management position. It could be in your personal life where you're taking charge of situations that have been chaotic. It could be that you're starting your own business and becoming your own boss. Whatever form it takes, the Emperor is saying that you have the capability to lead, to organize, to create systems that work. The Emperor is also about masculine energy, and this applies regardless of your gender. It's about action, logic, strategy, and protection. You're going to find yourself thinking more strategically about your life, making plans, setting goals, and actually following through. The Emperor doesn't just dream, he builds. He takes those dreams and turns them into concrete reality through disciplined action. One more thing about the Emperor. This card can also represent a person who comes into your life, someone who embodies these qualities of stability, authority, and protection. This could be a mentor, a business partner, a romantic interest, or even a friend. Whoever this person is, they're going to play an important role in helping you build the life you want. They'll offer guidance, support, and possibly resources that help you achieve your goals. The next card is Six of Wands, and I'm literally getting chills because this is the victory card. The Six of Wands shows someone riding through the streets while crowds cheer. This is public recognition, celebration, achievement. Everything you've been working toward is about to come together in a moment of triumph that others will witness and acknowledge. The Six of Wands is telling me that you're going to experience success in a way that's visible to others. This isn't just about feeling good privately. This is about external validation and recognition. Maybe you're going to win an award or receive an honor. Maybe you're going to achieve a goal that seemed impossible and everyone who doubted you is going to see it. Maybe you're going to overcome a challenge in such a spectacular way that it inspires others. Whatever form this takes, the Six of Wands is saying that your victory is coming and it's going to be undeniable. What I love about this card is that it represents earned success. The Six of Wands doesn't show up for people who take shortcuts or cheat the system. It shows up for people who have worked hard, stayed true to themselves, and persevered through difficulties. Your success is going to feel even sweeter because you'll know you earned it honestly and with integrity. The Six of Wands is also about confidence and self-belief. When you achieve this victory, when you receive this recognition, it's going to transform how you see yourself. Any lingering self-doubt is going to dissolve. You're going to step into a new level of confidence where you truly know your worth and your capabilities, and that confidence is going to attract even more success and opportunities. The final card I'm pulling for you is Death. Now, before anyone panics, let me explain what this card actually means. The Death card is not about physical death. It's about transformation, about profound change, about the ending of one chapter and the beginning of another. And in your reading, with everything else that's shown up, this card is incredibly powerful. Death is telling me that you are undergoing a complete metamorphosis. The person you were is dying away to make room for who you're becoming. This isn't a subtle shift. This is a fundamental transformation of your identity, your beliefs, your way of being in the world. You might not even recognize yourself a year from now, and that's a beautiful thing. The old you, with all those limiting beliefs and fears and patterns, is being shed like a snake sheds its skin. What I'm seeing with the Death card is that this transformation is already in progress. You've probably been feeling it. Maybe you've been losing interest in things that used to matter to you. Maybe relationships that once felt important now feel draining. Maybe you're questioning beliefs you held for years. That's all part of the Death process. The old is falling away to make room for the new. The Death card is also about letting go. There might be things you're still holding on to, maybe out of fear or habit, or because you're not sure what comes next. The Death card is encouraging you to release those things. Trust that when one door closes, another opens. Trust that what's coming is better than what you're leaving behind. The universe is asking you to surrender to this transformation rather than resisting it. And here's the really beautiful thing about the Death card appearing at the end of your reading. It's telling me that by the time you experience that Six of Wands victory, by the time you're celebrating your success and recognition, you will have completely transformed into a new version of yourself. The you who achieves those goals won't be the same you who started this journey. You will have evolved into someone stronger, wiser, more powerful, and more aligned with your true purpose. So, Scorpio, let me bring this all together for you because the story these cards are telling is absolutely remarkable. You've developed this incredible emotional intelligence and mastery through everything you've been through. That wisdom is now going to translate into material abundance and financial prosperity. A painful cycle in your life has completely ended, and you're moving into a period of genuine joy, clarity, and success. Fortune is turning in your favor, and you're being supported by divine timing. You're being given the opportunity for a fresh start, to take a leap of faith into something new. Your past investments and efforts are about to pay off in significant ways, and you're stepping into your personal power like never before. You're going to experience victory and recognition that validates everything you've worked for. And through all of this, you're undergoing a profound transformation that's reshaping who you are at the deepest level. The wealth that's coming to you, the success that's manifesting, nobody is going to be able to stop it because it's aligned with your highest path. This isn't about luck or chance. This is about you claiming what you've earned through your growth and transformation. The universe has seen your struggle, witnessed your perseverance, and is now ready to reward you abundantly. There are people who tried to hold you back, who doubted you, who maybe even actively worked against you. They're about to see exactly what you're capable of. But here's the thing, you're not doing this to prove anything to them. You're doing this for yourself. Because you know your worth and you're ready to step into your power. Their opinions don't matter anymore. Their validation isn't needed. You're operating on a completely different level now. The incredible thing that's about to happen isn't just one event. It's a cascade of blessings, opportunities, and victories that build on each other. Each success opens the door to the next one. Each achievement builds your confidence for the next challenge. You're entering a period of momentum where things just keep getting better and better. Trust yourself right now, Scorpio. Trust your intuition. Trust the journey you've been on. Trust that everything you've been through has prepared you for what's coming. The adversity you're triumphing over wasn't meant to break you. It was meant to forge you into someone capable of handling the level of success and abundance that's coming your way. And that wealth, that prosperity, that victory, it's not just possible, it's inevitable. The cards don't lie, and they're showing me that your time has come.